If you think seriously that this work that's going on between Trump and Musk is legit, if you don't see this for the distraction that it is, come on, stop it. All this in public, all this in public. Look how it just took all of the information, all of the attention, all of the focus concern from the left to the right. Look, the game is rigged. You know it. Anybody who's even paying remote attention to this knows what's going on. They can feel it. The headlines always are a distraction. They're the rodeo clown. The outrage cycles, all choreographed. And beneath the surface of this, the elites are playing an entirely different game. One not for power or profit, but survival. What are these people playing for? According to a growing body of evidence and informed speculation, dare I say, from a lot of people, they're bracing for some kind of weird coming geophysical cataclysm, the so-called event. Have you been hearing about this? A magnetic pole shift, a grand solar minimum, cascading natural disasters, the collapse of global food systems. Do you hear what I'm saying? Donald Trump knows this. Elon knows this. Everybody knows this. The difference is they've responded kind of in their own ways. They love distraction. They love confusion. And whether they're doing this on purpose, I don't understand this. Trump, ever the blunt one, said in 2020, when asked about climate change, he said something like, "It will get cold. Just watch." What does that mean? See, with Trump, you never know if he says it just to off the cuff or if he means it. It's going to get cold. Is it code? Is it cold code? And Musk, well, God, who knows what that's going on. But meanwhile, he's spoken openly about these magnetic pole shifts. They're linked to ice ages and glacial cycles. Where did this come from? He's not tweeting this just for fun. He's warning those who will listen. You paying attention? Let's connect the dots, okay? Because people will talk about magnetic change. Climate change, but not this. The magnetic poles are moving at unprecedented speeds. You can see it. Verify everything I'm saying. Stop what I'm doing. Just go and look for yourself. Cosmic radiation is increasing. Crop failures are rising. So-called climate change is not merely man-made. It's cyclical, astronomical, largely outside our control. Not all of this is something that we can deal with. And the elite know this. And that's why they're pouring resources into the AI-run smart cities with artificial climates like NEOM in Saudi Arabia. These aren't economic vanity projects. These are lifeboats. How many times do you hear Musk talk about going to Mars, not because he wants to travel, but because it's an escape hatch? Doomsday bunkers, underground cities, AI servants. Catherine Austin Fitts, God love her, former Bush official. She exposed the black budgets, over $21 trillion unaccounted for. Remember, she was talking to Tucker. Used to build subterranean refuge for the so-called chosen ones. We've always talked about the doomsday stuff. We've always talked about the continuity of government and mountain ranges in the U.S. where the elites go. You've heard about this. It never went away. Now, the AI boom, it's not for your convenience. It's their survival plan. See, they're training AI to replace the labor force. They want to create robot workers, guards, surgeons, entertainers even, for a post-collapse, post-apocalyptic world in which human populations may be culled by chaos, by famine or worse. Culled like dare I say, like the kangaroos in Canada. Remember that? Now, if you think this sounds like science fiction, ask yourself why the federal government, Silicon Valley billionaires, and military contractors are all working on AI robotics, okay? Space colonization, climate engineering, and digital surveillance, all simultaneously. Why? Why do you think that's true? The narrative is hiding in plain sight. And here's the best part. What of the apparent rift between Trump and Musk, right? It's hard to say because they're kind of crazy. But the backlash may not be entirely scripted, but it's hardly accidental. Musk is no longer cozy with his old allies like Sam Altman and Peter Thiel. Two figures now steering the immense corporate government arms of OpenAI and Palantir. So while President Trump flirts with populism and dabbles in dissidence, others are securing their place in the elite strongholds. But if Musk really wants to be the hero, and if he wants to be the hero he's hinting at, he must break ranks and tell the people what he knows. Come clean about the event. Stop playing coy with breadcrumbs. The American people who built the infrastructure, paid the taxes, fought the wars, deserve the truth. Trump has hinted that Musk has circled. See? It's time for clarity. What are they saying? What are they getting at? And what about the spiritual angle? The so-called transition from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius. It's not some fringe idea. It's inscribed on our dollar bill, Novus Order Seclorum, the new order of the ages. This has been in the script for millennia. The age of Aquarius is ruled by Saturn, the god of time, control, and discipline. And the golden age they want, it's not for everyone. It's not for them. Okay? This isn't about politics. It's about survival. It's about power. It's about who gets to inherit the earth after a manufactured collapse or a natural reset. Whether you call it the event, the Great Reset, or simply the end of this cycle, I don't know, but it's coming. And the elite are building their ark. The rest of us, we're being distracted by identity politics, manipulated fear porn, and trained. We're trained rather to trust the same systems designed to abandon us. Now, this is important to the Fox News audience. Follow the money, watch the skies, and don't believe the noise. And to the InfoWars faithful, you've been right more than you've been wrong. This isn't tinfoil. This is history, prophecy, and strategy converging in real time. Trump understood the moment. That's why he bypassed the climate change hysteria and built a populist firewall. Musk understands the science. That's why he's building rockets and warning about the poles. But what they chose to do and what they choose to do with that knowledge next will define whether, and this is critical, whether they're remembered as leaders or just better prepared survivors. That's the issue. Now listen, my friend. Because this isn't just about prepping for a disaster, it's about reclaiming truth and demanding transparency and refusing to be left behind in someone else's secret apocalypse. This is serious business. And what I want you to do is I want you to listen to me, and I want you to get away from the usual suspects. The issue is not this tiff between once lovers, boyfriends or girlfriends, between Trump and Elon. It's more than that. A lot of it's a work, a lot of it's a ruse, a lot of it is very powerful people who love to be in the center of controversy. But either way, turn your cable TV off because you're not going to be hearing anything about this. It's more than just Trump cutting the EV exemption. Do you really think that Elon was surprised by this? Come on. There's bigger stuff. It's time for us to push the idiots out of the way and for us to realize who's in charge. We're in charge. You understand what I'm saying? We're in charge. Now, my friends, do me a great and a glorious favor, and I mean that sincerely. Please follow what I'm doing, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell to be notified of new streams and new videos, and whatever you do, I beg, beseech, implore, and entreat you to comment as you see fit.